Guys, people keep commenting on my Instagram post saying, thanks for the career advice, Linda Fletcher. I think the girl from Bob's Burgers. I don't even watch Bob's Burgers. Should I stop wearing these glasses? Hello, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to it. Maybe it's your first time. Let me not make judgments, but my name is Emily Durham. I'm a careers coach into careers content creator, and my goal is to help you thrive in your 9 to 5 and beyond. And here on this channel, I just make content that helps you feel really empowered in your career, but also in your personal life, because it all connects, baby. And y'all have just been eating the hell up all of my how to survive videos, like how to survive office politics and, you know, watch this before you start your first corporate job. And I got so many comments on a video not that long ago asking how the literal hell are you meant to small talk with people when small talk objectively sucks. I've got a literal list of things that I know are gonna help you because they've helped me. And the first one might just break your brain. You need to realize that this conversation and that this small talk isn't meant to be meaningful. Your bar for what you think this conversation has to be is way higher than what the reality is. You're feeling stressed about small talking because you're scared that you're boring or you're gonna say the wrong thing. Literally nobody cares. Nobody likes small talk. If we could all avoid talking to our coworkers, most of us would be doing that. The pressure you're putting on yourself to have like this great conversation and your expectation is that every chat is like meaningful and people enjoy speaking with you every day. Take that out of your mind. It is not that deep. People who are really good at small talk, myself included, their goal isn't necessarily to have like the most riveting conversations, but the goal is to make the person you're speaking to feel incredibly seen and incredibly comfortable. There's that old quote, and I think it does really reign true, that people don't really remember what you say, they just remember how you make them feel. To be a really good small talker, you worry less about being interesting, meaning having interesting things to say or these like hot takes or different perspectives, and focus the most on being interested. So interested in what the other person is saying. Now that we're all on the same page that small talk doesn't have to be like groundbreaking or innovative, have 4 or 5 topics that you recycle and use every single time. And no, you're not gonna get clocked because these are normal things that we're gonna talk about. For me, I always go back to the weather, mostly because global warming is scary and there is a lot to talk about there. I'm a big television nerd. Like I love TV, I love reality television. I always ask people what they're watching on TV and then I share a little and we riff. I ask about pets because I have a dog and it's an easy conversation starter. But my biggest hack of all is as you get to know people a little bit more, keep a notes app on your phone, literally on your phone or on your work laptop, and write down notable things that they've told you. Write down things that are interesting about this person so that you have conversation starters to go back to. You're not always going to need to reference those notes, but especially if you're new somewhere, it's just a nice little thing to have. I think what a lot of people struggle with is, okay, I can ask that first question, how do I keep the conversation going? Like it gets awkward. And I understand that. There's a couple of things we need to do. The first is the reason that your small talk is feeling awkward is because you're letting it go on for way too long. It's not long talk, small talk, short talk. You get in, you get out. Number 1 hack for this, be the person who initiates the small talk. If you're letting people come up to you and chat with you at your desk, you know, picture this, okay, Susie comes up to you. Emily, how was your weekend? Good, Susie did this, did that, did that. Oh, good. Susie keeps talking, and because Susie started the conversation, I gotta wait for mama to leave, right? Now I'm trapped, unless I pretend I have a phone call. Ring, ring, I have to go. And that's a little uncomfy because clearly your phone's not ringing. You're stuck. You've got 30 minutes of your day gone. You feel awkward because you're trying to think of what to say, and you want Susie to go back to her desk. Instead, what if you made a point, the people you know you should be saying hi to, so people on your team, your stakeholders, and important people in the office, you spend maybe 20 minutes in total throughout the day, because that's all it takes. So tangibly, how you're going to do this is when you have little breaks in between meetings, especially when you're in the office, go walk a quick lap with your coffee cup so it looks like you're going to go get coffee. You stop by, you ask one of your questions, how was your weekend? They say, great, hosted a kid's birthday party. You ask a follow-up, oh my gosh, that's awesome, which kid's birthday was it? Oh, it was Jimmy's, we did a dinosaur theme. Oh my gosh, how cute, I'm gonna have to come back and see the photos. They'll say, yeah, great, how was your weekend? It was good, kept it pretty low key. I started watching that new documentary series. God, all I watch is murder docs, you probably shouldn't share that. Started listening to this great podcast, The Straight Shooter Recruiter, have you heard of it? Oh my gosh, of course I have. It's the best careers podcast in the world, hosted by Emily Durham. That's so funny, oh my gosh. Okay, well I have to run, I'm gonna go fill up my coffee, but I'll pop by tomorrow and say hello. All you did was ask 2 questions, 2 follow-ups, and you gave yourself a graceful exit. It's brilliant. Actually, on the note of coffee, one thing that I found to be profoundly helpful in my career is 1 corporate coffee a day. What does that mean? It doesn't mean you're drinking 3 or 4 coffees a day. You could just be filling up on water, like do your thing. Stand up and say, y'all, I'm gonna go get coffee. Does anyone need a quick walk? Usually you'll have a couple people pop up. Those people will stand up, you go get coffee, you chit chat. It's lighter because it's in a group setting. You fill up, you go back to your desk. Boom, that counts as small talk and networking. Initiating these things is what's gonna put you in the position of power. Now let's say you're remote and you're like, Emily, I don't know how to build these relationships. I'm sitting behind my desk and my computer all day by myself. Dude, it's even easier. Slack, iMessage, whatever you guys are using, like your chat, not your email. Start like a little thing in the morning. Hey y'all, how was your afternoons? What did you guys do yesterday? I did this. Offer them a little something, ask a question, get a thread going. Join all of your virtual meetings a couple minutes early so you can small talk using these same tips in the Zoom, and then the meeting starts so you're not stuck for too long. Networking virtually is the same as networking in person. Arguably it's easier because half of it's on chat. Just engage in those messages, follow up with people. For example, if someone you work with had like a big day, maybe their, I don't know, birthday party planning, whatever it is, I'm just making stuff up. Message them after, be like, I was just thinking of you, how did that thing go? You're doing all the same stuff, but instead of going in person, you're doing it over chat, which honestly is even easier. In my opinion, small talk is a lot like bourbon. It's really good in small quantities. If it soaks up too much of your day, you can fall behind, it can get overwhelming, and it's just, I don't know, for me, I find it a little bit draining. To avoid people unsolicitedly coming up and chatting with you, or to avoid people thinking that they can do that in the future, make yourself visibly busy. That means when you're booking meetings, take them at your desk. Let all these bitches know you're working, okay? You have a call, oh, you're taking it right at that desk. You want people to know you move at a pace. If work is a little bit slow and you don't have meetings, I don't want you like loosey-goosey typing and scrolling. You know what someone looks like when they're like working. Like, I want you fucking, oh, I want you typing. I want it to look like you're reading shit. I want, you know, don't be too dramatic with it, but definitely make it look like you're working. Send off the vibes that you've got shit to do. Put headphones in if that's appropriate at your workspace. And in most workspaces it is now, but like put your headphones on, work, right, Rihanna? People won't come talk to you. So like that's a really good way to be like, okay, I've had enough for the day. Small talk is not an invitation to gossip. Some people don't understand that, and I want to make sure you and I are on the exact same page. If you end up small talking with people and you end up becoming chummy, eventually someone is going to be like, okay, cool, I can complain about this annoying person I work with you. And although that's flattering, and although I personally love to hear the office gossip and who we currently don't like working with, it's putting your career and your reputation at risk. God forbid word got out that you two were gossiping. They're not gonna say, well, Emily didn't say anything, it was only Susie talking. No, it's gonna be Emily and Susie, we're talking about that girl from finance who got fired. If someone starts to gossip with you, play stupid, walk away. I'm telling you, it is so important. I work in HR, I have seen some things. I don't want you getting in trouble or getting anxious about these things. Someone starts to speak ill of somebody, you say, honestly, I don't work with them that much on that kind of stuff, so I haven't really noticed that. Or you say, honestly, it's all good. I think we all just have like a different style. Hate to cut you off. I just looked at the time. I do have to run. People will get the hint. I would rather you be perceived as slightly rude for cutting them off and putting them in their place than them seeing you as complicit in gossip. You're totally at a loss for how you can speak to somebody. You're like stuck in a really awkward conversation, or you're stuck speaking to someone who's so painfully negative. Let me introduce to you positive gossip. I love positive gossip. I think it is the best thing on the planet, and it's a great way to fill conversation, especially in those lulls or when you're with someone that is soul sucking. What you do is say, did you see what so-and-so worked on? It was awesome. I heard the presentation went really well in marketing. Congratulations, I want to hear all about it. Bring up something positive that either that person or someone else has done and talk about them in a nice way. There is no better feeling than bringing light and love and excitement into somebody else's life, so you're gonna feel really great. B, it shows that you're confident and kind and you spread the wealth when it comes to success. And C, it's really easy to talk about other people. It just is. It's another subject. It's a thing that you all have in common. We all have that person in common. That's why negative gossip is so easy to fall into, because it's easy to bond with people over negativity. Like, it just is. It's how humans are wired. But what if we used that and replaced it with the positive, which is positive gossip? Small talk, like all things, is a practice, so get out there, start talking your ass off. And if you're nervous to do this at work, I'm telling you, just start small talking with people on the street. When you're buying coffee, ask how people's days are. There's something really powerful about you being the person initiating positive conversation, or just being the reason someone feels good. Like, compliment someone. Small talk doesn't need to be a science. It just needs to be you making your mission, making other people feel seen and comfortable. Speaking of comfortable, I'm deeply uncomfortable with the fact that I'm looking outside. It's 22 degrees Celsius in Canada, which is warm. I live in downtown Toronto and it's the middle of November. There should be snow on the ground. Global warming is she's really clocking into work. And on that note, this video is done just like the planet most likely is. Funny, but not too funny. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you enjoy this content or have any questions for me, let me know down in the comments. I stinking love hanging out with you. So thank you for making the time. Thank you for choosing this channel, and I'll talk to you in the next video.